Especially because I feel that it is, as I already heard, a very powerful event for feminists, for those who deal with archiving, and for us as, how can I say, as workers throughout the world, that I feel how the process of archiving and issue of archives are very important for feminists, especially in the field of contemporary art, but not only in the field of contemporary art. I mean new procedure distinct from the method of so-called conventional archivization as gathering or collecting, namely as a set of long-term processes of classification, something ordered. What I would like to say that we are much more at the stage of exploring radical potentialities of archives, being aware of simultaneous receptive registers and sensors that immediately, I think, influence and engage our relation, our positioning, and our cognitive mapping more than anything else. To just serve the web, where we can find feminist archives under significant titles, for example, Liberating the Feminist Archive, Digital Feminist Archive, Archiving the Process of Feminist Work, Archive as a Process, Radical Archive, Counter Archive, etc., and Archive that is etymologically connected with the public space, where public records, documents, or collection of data are kept and preserved for so-called historical teleology or future memory, is not only turned into new configuration, but is questionable in itself. The first question is related to the idea of a feminist archive or archiving, and in a direct connection with epistemological concerns. So, why archive? When I think about feminism, why archive? And the second, what to archive when we think about feminism? So which kind of materials we would like to archive? I would like to pose another question that is inseparable from the archive, and that is archiving in time, or in addition memory and the post-memory. It seems to be a crucial question when we speak of a living archive today. How through the process of archiving to decolonize a time from its obsessive linear normality, or to enable it to get out of disclosure in order to get a sense of time without the burden of its naturalization, including accumulation and progressivity. Accumulative approach doesn't work for me. When we think about progressivity and feminism, also progressivity doesn't work for me at all. More than try to give and kind of coherent stories. There is no coherent stories about feminisms. There is no way how to put it in any linear way. So, and for me, there is no point at all. In this regard, I would argue with John Berger's idea about the primacy of space upon the time nowadays, pointing out that both space and time, in different ways, hide consequences from us, which we should discover through ruptures and interrelations between the object-subjects that occur in space and time. And it is that these relationships themselves create space and time as a peculiar juncture, as an inseparable space and time, as configuration. So I don't want even to divide this space and time. So when I think about feminism, right now I'm thinking about space and time itself as a junction. Not only does a new linkage appear beyond temporality and its historical predictability, but also archive, so-called archive, through simultaneously enabling various time-space materials. Living archive can live as an event itself, as a living body itself. So when you think about living archive, there is a presentness of different times and different female figures. Archive as a new powerful feminist concept that functions as one open space, as I said, as a critical walk, where there are various possibilities for imaginary meeting points, as well as for explorations, the unspoken places of our memories too, or something that Michel de Certeau would call habitable place. Living archive opens itself to the ethical, in the sense that women may acknowledge complicity and their own interrelatedness through living archive, in actuating the texts, issues, problems, ideas, manifestos, political agendas, as well as feminist beings, by provoking subjective responding to it.